I want to talk about the concept of giving thanks and being grateful for life in general, the things we get to experience, and the wonderful nature of just humanly existence. Now, I don't want you to think that this is a video to talk about, like ignoring the bad times or disregarding the negative things that you're going through. It's simply just to point out that there's a lot to be thankful for with just general life in general. And I feel like living with grace and being humble is just such a brilliant way to fully experience these things. And by being humble, I mean like understanding that life is a gift rather than a punishment. It's a privilege to to live here and to experience this. And I think that once you understand that, these concepts, that this life is a gift, and once you learn to live with grace and with integrity as well, you begin to learn that there's a whole world of opportunity that opens up where you will reap rewards from the universe for spreading love and spreading healthy and positive energies around you to the people around you. Um, so yeah, like there's so many wonderful things. Like I was just walking along and you know can even possibly hear them now. Like I was just walking along and hearing like the crickets just walking along, and I just thought it was so uh, like magical and wonderful the fact that we have a a design where we have eardrums that can perceive a vibrational frequency of air and perceive it as sound, and to just hear such a wonderful creature like melody in my walks where I get to breathe fresh air from like beautiful trees around me, that we have retinas and eyes and just a biological like creation of ourselves, which we can perceive sunsets and color and depth and flavor and emotion and all of these magnificent things. Like the fact that we can press play on a song and it can give us goosebumps and make us feel completely different depending on different genres. Like you can listen to pop music and feel elevated, you can listen to heavy metal and feel like get anger out. You can listen to blues and have your soul tinkered with almost. The fact that we can do all these wonderful things and create and experience this is just, it's such a wonderful thing to be grateful for. And I just feel it's so important to take a moment just to give thanks to the fact that we are here and we get to experience such wonderful things. And I know that life can get difficult at times, and that it does get difficult at times, but there's a spectrum to everything. There's no light without the dark, just as there's no joy without sadness. That doesn't mean that you want to experience sadness or that it's normal to feel sadness at a great level that should be 50-50. Like emotion is a spectrum. It's not just happy or sad. There's excitement, there's fear, there's there's so many aspects to it that it's okay to feel everything. And I'm not saying to, like at the start I said, it's not, like I'm not saying this to disregard your emotions or feeling sad or anything like that. They're all perfectly valid things to experience. Like you experience anger for a specific reason, you experience grief for a specific reason. Fear and anxiety is a protective mechanism, and you know, like anxiety is essentially your anxiety and depression is essentially your body telling you that it doesn't like who you are. It's telling you that the life that you're living is not the life that your soul wants you to be living, and it's giving you real life mental notifications and physical notifications that you need to make change. So these are the main things I just wanted to kind of talk about. And I had another point, but I've unfortunately forgotten it. It had to do with, oh yeah. So the thing as well is that I know that a lot of people, and a very good example of this is there are a lot of people who have experienced poor childhoods. They've experienced negative things throughout their life, and because of this, they develop a strange sense of trauma where they never want to put another person through it. Like you'll hear it a lot of times where people will say they don't want to have kids because they don't want their kids to grow up in a fucked up world, or go through what they went through, or receive the genetic or the mental like predispositions to certain things. And it's all kind of bullshit. Like, I believe that an extremely powerful sense of a source of energy and a source of power that you can grow is using your past negative experiences to create a positive experience, using your resentment, or whatever word you want to use, but your resentment for a negative experience to make sure that you can create a positive experience out of it. This goes in with like relationships as a major one. I always tell people that, you know, I believe that it's so important for every adult to kind of go through that first big relationship where they go through the breakup, they get their heart broken, it breaks them down for a bit, and it kind of ruins them for a couple of years because they don't know what to do. But it's such an important thing to go through like a relationship and a breakup like that, because it teaches you everything that you need to learn about yourself. The way that works is that, say you have a girlfriend, things don't work out, you break up, you're heartbroken. You then have an incredible database of everything that you want in a partner. You know exactly the things that you liked, you know the things that excited you, you know everything that she did that you would want in a future partner, and you also know everything that she did that you don't want in a future partner. And so you can develop a concept of a person that you wish to be with. And once you have that concept developed of the person that you wish to be with, you can then directly kind of psychoanalyze it to figure out what kind of person you would need to become or need to be in order to attract someone like that. For them, like what would they be attracted to? And then you can model your own goals and your own kind of journey about becoming that kind of person, so you can attract what you're after. And if you apply this concept to everything that you want in life, like what you want to do for your career, like the kind of friends that you want to be around, like the kind of art you want to create, the place you want to live, what you want to do for your family, how you want to raise your kids, and who you'll have to be in order to give them the childhood or the upbringing that you wish that you had, or that you wish you could give them, or taking the aspects of your childhood that you loved and implementing it into your familyhood, and taking the concepts that you didn't like. For example, you were like yelled at and beaten and abused. You don't replicate that when you have children. You can start to design these lives, or like even live vicariously through your actions for other people, like being that friend for the people around you that you never had, giving that power, like taking the negativity and creating a powerful like expression of it, so you can help everyone that's around you. So those are the main things. As I said, like, use your negative experiences as an impetus to help the people around you, or to create the kind of life that you want. Don't let it defeat you. Use it as a source of energy. Be grateful for things. Be grateful for the fact that you can listen to music, that you can talk to your friends, that you can laugh, that you can listen to the sounds of nature, that you can feel the texture of like the different leaves on trees, and watch the bugs crawl over them, and watch sunsets, and go down to the beach and experience like different things. Like, experience the fact that you can go to the beach and you can be in like an absolute lake, and then another day it can be windy and you can feel like the salt water spraying on your face. Might not be the best feeling, but the fact that you can feel it and experience it is an absolute like miracle. So give thanks, be happy, share love, take the things that you haven't enjoyed in your life and use that as a way to make the lives of those around you better. And be humble. That's it for this one. Peace.